Hello everyone, welcome back to ESL Pro League. We're plugged in for our final matchup of the night on the very last map. Of course, it is going to be the continuation of Fnatic versus Windigo. Fnatic crumbling under the pressure on Mirage, and they disappeared relatively quickly as Windigo looked relatively strong there. Yeah,
it was a map that I felt like Windigo were probably favoured on, despite the odds. But ultimately, Windigo, they look really good so currently. Building off of yesterday's results, they've already got 3 points in here. They're looking to take that full 6. Train, it's probably a map I would think they do quite well on. They've got a lot of players who can pick up the AWP when needed. And right now the players are firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, they were looking absolutely amazing. They need to try and keep this level of play up though. They have to continue that though. I mean, on the first map, overall, seemed very dominant. They were winning their clutch rounds, poison popping off as well. And this is a good trend to see because it shows that it wasn't just a one-off on Overpass. This is something he's being able to do quite consistently now in rounds where he's proving he's versatile as well. Not only with the rifle, not only with the AWP, not only with the pistols. He could do everything, which is an all-round well-effective player that I feel like, Windigo have been looking for quite some time to finally pad out this roster.
Yeah, he had the one, well actually, yeah, the one real big error, which was checking mid without anybody there with him, right? That's an error he can make and then build off of, right? He's a player who hasn't had the experience playing against this caliber of players.
Exactly.
And he's still performing when it comes to kills and everything, so you've got to be thinking, that's fine. Like, he's not struggling at the core bit of the game, right? You can get him to fix the errors he's currently having, such as peeking when you don't need to, having teammates be there with you, work as a team, right? And so far, Windigo, they've actually looked like one of the better teams in terms of actual pure teamwork, cohesion, chemistry, everything like that. They look really good.
Yeah, and that's the crazy bit as well, because they've changed around how this team is working. They're not just running headstrong into rounds anymore. They're taking tactical timeouts, they're looking into it, and working out when they need to actually make the correct plays, Ben. It's not the mistakes that they were making from what we saw at the start of the season. They're actually looking a whole lot more tactically oriented.
Yeah, it's one of the things that Punisher might have as an analyst, rather. So, thinking about it, if a player moves away from playing, from the outside you're able to just get a lot more input in terms of the broad view of it, right?
Yeah.
We can all criticise teams when it comes to not taking pauses, because during the game, so a good example would be that AGO game we saw earlier, where they kept force buying over and over again, trying to chase that economy. But to them, they're probably thinking, these rounds are going by so quickly, we're getting so close to winning them. Why would we pause? We're doing okay here. This, we just need to break that comes back the last time. We just need to get 2 rounds in a row, and we'll probably win. But somebody should step in and go, you need to stop doing that. We need to slow it down, because right now we're spiraling out of control here. So that's potentially where the impact of Punisher coming in actually does change things a bit.
And that's also a player that really has sort of been either a reserve man or something in the starting roster for quite some time now. He's been around the other players in Windigo for a wealth of years. So you're going to have a good insight in how they play, what potentially could be a negative trait or a beneficial trait about certain players, and be able to work that into the new roster. So Windigo overall seeming more and more like a team, and finally moving away from just sort of being this death squad of aiming. They're actually looking like a well-formed roster. We have the odds for the last matchup as well. Oh, they're actually quite close.
Yeah, they do go a bit lower, obviously, some of the actual Windigo odds, purely because of that last map, I believe. However, ultimately, it does seem about right, because if you think about the performances we've seen from Fnatic, they haven't been fantastic, but it's a map they've played before, so in terms of this roster itself, they should be feeling a bit more ready for the map. Windigo, on the other hand, I don't think we've seen them on train very often. I think we have seen them once, though. And thinking about things, Fnatic, they had an issue with the train the last time, last 2 times we saw them. They were changing positions as they played. Yeah, which is always a worry, because it clearly showed that they'd not had much time to practice. They felt like this was not working, we need to change it now. And that's never a good sign. I've been in many teams where that's happening, and that usually means you're probably going to lose. Hopefully they have found the positions and set them in stone now, and can actually build from that.
And that's actually the crazy difference for Fnatic as well. Sort of something we, alluded to earlier on, is the fact they're playing an awful lot of games right now. Many leagues they're involved in. There's a lot of stuff going on for them. So their schedule is rammed. There's not really much time to actually take a day here or there to just run defaults on a server, go over potential setups, see what you can change there. And we're seeing that reflected, because if they're having to literally rotate a player off B, stick him on a new site in the game because he doesn't feel comfortable, you can see they physically haven't had time to actually get acquainted with their new sites or their new roles yet.
Yeah, it just kind of shows that potentially the current schedule is a bit too much for some players, right? Or some teams, they're not finding the right time to get the practice in. However, we are into train. Blocker, the man on the CT with the kit and a smoke, and that's not a good start.
That's not.
How do you miss that smoke?
I don't know. We've seen the most mistakes with utility today.
Maybe there's a ghost blocking them.
It could be. It's the Halloween ghost block.
Because it certainly wasn't Blocker. He was nowhere near them.
That is crazy, though. The spirit's in favour of Windigo right now.
So far, yeah, that's looking to be the case, because that means Exist has used that smoke and a flashbang for effectively nothing.
He's pretty much just thrown money down the drain there.
Yeah, literally $300 to the wind. It's been taken by the spooky ghost.
So did you hear about that story of the kid that found like his parents' savings, and it was like $2,000. It was like $4,000 or something in cash, and he put it all through the shredder, just one by one.
He must have had fun with that, though.
I bet it was enjoyable. It must have been fun.
Looks like the alley push will be coming in, though. 3 players through it. They've got blockers to challenge them, but I feel like he'll be instantly pulling back. He's already low.
Oh.
However, Poison will be ready to fight. He gets 2 kills. Doesn't make it a 3rd, though. But Exist trying to pay back on what he has made an error with earlier on in this round. 2 kills already. Crims finds 1 as well towards B. Big got thinking the CTs. They're trying to cut off the Exist movement. They see him jumping through. He was doing it sideways just then. 25 seconds left. Crims just on top of the site.
I know, very exposed. Like an aerial, trying to get a good signal, Ben. But he will go down.
But they think the Exist has gone back to A.
This is genius. Exist. He can just walk slowly in. I mean, they're going to be a bit paranoid, but they second guess themselves. They go back towards B. He can now finally get the plant in. They will hear that and realise that it has been planted onto this B site. Exist is low, so he needs to not take any damage on these firefights, or he will be taken out, but can't quite do it. Overthrown there as Bubble and Victor get up close and personal. The USP tags are too hot to handle, and Windigo start off strong. They won the initial map, and they now win the opening pistol round on map 2.
I'm surprised that they didn't tell the player not defusing Bluedoor's bubble to go run for the kit that was dropped at alley. Just a nice bit of $400 that they could have saved there.
I know, people don't like savings, do they?
No, it's especially just such a small thing, because usually when you're the player who's got the kit, you should be saying, oh, my kit's dropped at this place, we want to go back to get it, delay the defuse a bit. But apparently not wanting to save that $400. We saw it come into effect earlier on today, actually. Well, you see, actually, Crims has been dropped an AK here by Exist, and he's got armour. Let's see what he can get done with it. We did see a round go in favour of North when there was only 1 player with an AK. Question is, can the same be done here? It's not a good start for the Fnatic side, though, with losing Twist immediately. Poison very willing to just spam the scout. HE does some decent damage to Prolan, but you can see the B players. Poison now moving over towards that site. They're going to boost to see. Oh, that should be an easy pick. Although the first bullet was not in his favour at all. Not even a a bit of damage.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing at all.
That's unfortunate.
And you consider how slow he was as well. He took his time to line it up as well. That's a really unfortunate situation. So Crims quite low now after that scout tag. They're going to be going straight down the lower ramp. Ships should be able to deal with it, but he doesn't actually get only 1. Quite disappointing, really, there.
Ooh, Poison going straight in. Trying to pick up a second frag here, and he will actually get the headshot. Realises the round is over and can defuse the bomb as well. So that'll be a second round picked up for Windigo. The only player that died was Ships. All in all, pretty effective round.
He should be able to recover an AK there as well. Yeah, you can see the AK does get picked up. Blocker actually gets an M4 as well, so that's really good savings for them. You think about the overall grand scheme of things. 4 rifles saved when you had an MP9 and a scout by. Done very well there. Crims, quite unfortunate though. I wonder how different the round would have been if they got that free kill with Ships.
Because he tried to line it up, he just wanted the one-tap headshot.
It took a while to line up. He even took the time to make sure I'm stood still. Crosshair is on him.
There's no inaccuracy factors. You know, I'm not still slightly moving.
They do now get to the buy round though. That plant does give the option for JW to get a AWP in. Molotov does come in, but not affecting his viewpoint here. He's been quite close to the Molotov. Although there is actually a smoke on top of the blue train, I think. Which is interesting, I guess. I'm not too sure who will have thrown that smoke. Peculiar. Windigo playing rather aggressive towards this yard sort of area there. They will take control of ladder thanks to that Molotov. And Bubble even moving 1 step further. Playing basically from under the ladder here. They're thinking of doing that double face, I think. That should be an easy kill though. Crims a bit too overzealous perhaps. Flash will come in. Bubble, he was trying to play the correct move there. He tried to see, okay, the flash will come in, I'll just face him, he'll drop down to try and kill me. But ultimately, sadly, he doesn't get the kill.
Unfortunate blocker as well has been removed, tarnished by JW. And Victor taking an awful lot of tags as they push out. The brute force is just going to be the overwhelming factor. Poison also goes down to exist, and it is just left on Ships. Gets one kill, but he's left so low. The likelihood of him winning this round gets littler and littler the more it went on, as it dwindled away like his life did, Ben. That'll probably be a Windigo pause as well to talk about this. We've seen them do this quite a few times.
Yeah, let them reevaluate as well as that talk about the value that they do have. So quite an unfortunate round really. Like Bubble, he did make the correct move there. Unfortunately, not landing the shots that were needed. And then from that, JW was able to get influence with his AWP. Victor left in a bit of an awkward position as well. The E-box, he was going to get sandwiched at some point. And Fnatic, to start off their buy round, they just rely on the picks, which it's all well and good to go for the default to start the game off, but they weren't really starting off too well until JW actually got that trade kill. So Bubble actually gets an AWP, Poison on Scout, M4 on Blocker, and a FAMAS on Victor. Only the Deagle ships. So it actually is a Fnatic smoke that keeps landing outside. Although I'm not too sure what it's meant to be doing. Yeah, I feel like that smoke should not be landing there. That's a... I don't really know what that does for the T side other than let them move slightly towards this Olaf sort of area. Gives the CTs a lot of room to work with. Blocker is slowly moving up towards Ali, the looks things. Playing that close wall, but Twist's already gone straight away from that. Ooh, this gap. If Bubble retreats slow enough, this should be an easy kill for JW, however. The likelihood of Bubble moving away slowly is quite slim. 45 seconds left, and this is already, you know, a similar round to the previous one. Bubble moves to the side in the way of it, and Block actually gets the kill to Twist as well. That was the bomb spot too. And Victor holding down this push. It's 2v3. Got 30 seconds left. Exist is the man pushing towards one of the bomb sites. Ships is the only player towards B. He's only got a Deagle. He can kill Exist with a one shot to the body here. However, he's playing the long con, sitting on X. He's got to be thinking the players behind him. Oh, that movement, the timing!
Oh, that's beautiful from Ships!
Wow.
That's absolutely spectacular, Ben.
Seeing that from Exist's point of view just made it look so... Oh.
Yeah.
Just as he looks to check X, Ships has already slithered round that corner.
I guess you could say it was a ghost ship, Ben.
You could, yeah.
There you go.
I suppose so.
Halloween.
Fnatic very slow out with buy here. Crims hasn't again been trusted with this AK. So you can see, follow the leader situation going in there. JW at the front of the pack. Brolan deciding he's not going to do it. Sits in T main. The question is, how reliant are they? So they're going to let Crims actually peek this first. I was going to say, are you going to let someone else jump across to see if you can get the pick straight after it? But Blocker, not taking that risk, smokes it up. But the risk is you let somebody boost on the server box whenever you do that smoke.
Much like right now.
Put
up on the pedestal, gets the first, but Poison will trade it back for support of Victor. Misses the follow-up shot, and Twist actually manhandles him with the Glock. They can grab that weapon as well, and they've made it into a 2 versus 2 here with a minute on the clock. But Ships' backstab could be everything. The Ghost Ship, once again, trying to go for a bold play. This time will be detected, but still finds the pivotal kill. And it is all on Twists.
Bubbles made a huge move. He was in ladder when he got that first kill. If he were to go into T main, he'd be able to catch Twist in the back here. He's making that move now, though. It's a very strong move. However, if Twist goes into ladder and gets around that corner before Bubble actually checks it, Bubble doesn't even check it, actually. He just goes straight into ladder. B-sites can be free. There should be, at the very least, be a plant. And from there, he'll have quite a lot of time to work around here, too. There's no kit on either of these CTs. There is a kit on the floor though, that Bubble is probably going to retrieve. Both players now have kits, in fact. It's a very winnable round for Twist.
Oh,
we didn't see them.
Oh, gets round. He's actually able to creep out as well, Ben, so he stays alive. Doesn't know both players are on site right now. They don't have a smoke, but they do have a HE, but the HE's already thrown out. That'll telegraph their location a little bit and give Twist more of an inkling. However, he is really suspect of the ramp push. They tap the bomb. Will this force the face? Comes around slowly. Oh, gets the kill, Ben. But there is enough time. Bubble with the kit. He can jump straight on it and get the defuse. Windigo, a 4th round picked up, and he will try and recover the AWP as well. But will he be swift enough? Yes, he will.
So quite a shaky round if you consider what the investment was from Fnatic. Just the AK dropped, Crims buys armor, 2 P250s. Blocker ultimately gave access to the actual Ivy there. And Poison, a bit too close for comfort with his AWP to start with. Doesn't matter though, that's another round for Windigo. Fnatic will be straight in with another buy. And some fast grenades being used by Fnatic here as well. Smoke towards Sandwich, smoke towards E-Box as well, I believe. JW looking for the kill. That's a good nade. Only does 7 damage though, just slightly over his head. So Fnatic's default seems to be quite involved around the T-main into ladder pressure. This is the first round that Windigo have not played in ladder as well, resulting in the control being given away to Crims and Exist there. Despite not playing close though, Windigo have used up a lot of their grenades here. Molotov comes out at E-Box. That is the kind of pressure that shows though. Victor's played close pretty much every round so far. They having to use a lot of grenades just to get out of T-main and out of ladder. But that kill being thrown towards Ivy changes things, I feel.
Oh, Exist and Twist get a kill apiece, Ben, but Bubble's in the elevated angle. Oh, it does not matter. As Fnatic will shut that round down before it even really has chance to begin. Popping off with the AKs. And leaving them laid out on the ground. Will drop their comrades over a couple of extra weapons as well as they'll reinvest into it. However, the same cannot be said for Windigo. Their economy has gone straight out the window. And it looks like they might actually try and force it up, though.
Yeah, Force Spike's coming across. Poison the Omen, he'll keep some money in the bank purely because he does want an AWP later on. Blocker, though, he's not had a fantastic game towards Ivy thus far. Got picked on that round before. Twist then got the kill as well. Question is, what can Windigo do to react to that? That is quite clearly a weak spot for them currently in this defence. Fnatic though, they're playing it slowly, they recognise Windigo might go on a weak buy, which they are, and thinking they might try and go for something aggressive here. Blocker with the scout towards Ivy. Was checking it intermittently, but Victor, that's a bad kill to actually lose there. Especially as just a rifle lost. Blocker's still trying to force the issue here though. Ooh, that's a good shot.
That was tidy. Gets away as well, but to just retreat towards the site. Ooh. Ships goes down with the aggressive peek towards the ramp. That gives Crims an inkling that he can extend out now and try and gain control of the B-bomb site. Left on just 4 HP, but still alive is the main talking point, and JW. Oh. I mean, 10 points for the backflip there on Poison, but he is dead.
That was a very good shot from JW. Didn't feel like he was actually off the ladder. No. That was the crazy bit. Bomb has been planted. So they do get the bomb down. JW actually retrieves the AWP that he did drop on the ground before going out T-main there. See Blocker trying to work his way around to see if he can find anything. Ultimately, though, he does need to stay alive, I feel. $1,700 value on that scout at piece 50 as well. JW is watching this angle. So that will be Fnatic's 3rd round on the board there. Windigo, they've got another eco round coming up for them as well. Terrorists win. So the question is, what will they do with this Scout and P250 that they saved. There's not too much you can do with it. He will pass that to Poison. So keep the P250 himself.
We go for this. Around with the scout here, Poison. Is there too much that he can actually achieve? Potentially, I mean, if you can get a cheeky headshot off Ben, might actually be able to open up the round. It's a big tag in the chest, but he also took some damage back. And they are mostly grouped up outside of A here. Looking like they want to try and go for the split push late into the round. However, Windigo, all 5 players are currently at B.
Scary bit for Poison though, he's actually bought Kevlar into this round. So before having the Kevlar buy, he had enough money next round for an AWP. He now needs to get 2 kills to make sure he can get an AWP next round. Which is why you might see him, I was going to say, force the issue, which is that kill there found by Twist. Bubble will retrieve that, but surely Twist was looking at the gun and sees it just disappear.
Oh, gets the tag with the acid wash, but can he wash over him? No. Bubble forced to try and fall back. JW taps out with a P250 instead, commits to the Molotov usage first, and Twist just waits for the correct timing to go for this push in through Ivy.
Victor's still waiting for Twist's advance. Twist, though, this is a right-hand angle. He doesn't actually check it at first. Does get taken down, and JW, pure aggression, does get taken down. Just
sprinting in there, trying to body slam into them. This is going to be a 4-4 scoreline now, Ben. Bubble, he's going to sprint away, just try and live to fight for another day there. Can save the scout. Not the craziest weapon to keep on, but at least he has something coming through with him into the next round. But it will be a 4-4 scoreline now, as Fnatic starting to find their footing. They should also be recovering JW's AWP towards the end of the round here, but no one is going towards Ivy.
I think they think that Bubble has got to it, is the worry, because you can see Crim slowly advancing towards Ivy. Browan now retrieves it, and they can assume that this place is completely empty now. Bubble will probably die to this bomb.
He's really close to the bomb.
Yeah, he was looking for a player towards the end, but he'll die anyway. They weren't planning to keep the scout into the next round to begin with. But it does mean you've only got one player who can buy an AWP here. And they will be left as a glass cannon. It's Blocker who can do it. It's going to be an all-rifle play from them by the looks of things.
Yeah, they go for the M4s across the board. Blocker, with the extra cash he had, though, is going to reinvest that into utility at least. But there is only 4 smokes coming out. Not a lot of flashbangs either. 4 across all 5 players, Ben.
Ships. Looks like he's been challenged towards that B site at the very least. Molotov towards Upper comes in. Flash towards Lower did as well. Ships does have a smoke to use. However, how willing is he to let go of it this early on in the round? He already uses it. He's leaving himself very vulnerable to a B execute from the Fnatic side. Poison is playing relatively close, but the execute is actually coming in now as well. Ships. He's playing close enough to actually fight it, but he doesn't get anything. Poison even gets legged as well. This might be a save call already. And you can see that being made. Yeah, it's not a bad idea to go for the save. You've got 4 guns. You could buy next round if you really wanted to. But that just shows how easy it was to get into the site when, you know, you don't have enough utility.
This is the length for this game already. It's been much slower than the other one. Rounds being really going down to the wire. You know, constant trades, literally down to 1vx clutch situations for a lot of the time. So Fnatic actually finally picking up a clean round will allow their economy to build a little bit more. They have got a fair bit of cash. The same cannot be said, however, for Windigo. That's why this save is so important. They need to hold on to each and every one of these weapons. And Fnatic have a sneaking suspicion of where they might be hiding. Poison as well, you're on 11 HP. Needs to play his cards right here.
They do keep all 4 guns available to them. And when you say 4 guns, you can't help but feel like you do just fall straight back into it, right? You could just get a weapon drop towards that player who did die. That is Ships. An MP9 dropped there. Each player could have given him a FAMAS, but instead they decide to go quite light with the buy back in. Everybody not actually spending all the money in grenades, but they will keep that firepower possibility exist. It does get out, but he has to battle through some grenades on the way. That's a good start for Windigo.
Oh, Blocker and Poison getting a kill apiece. 3 men that remain now on that T side. JW with a flick up with the AWP will annihilate 1. Brolin gets the shot in the back on towards Victor. They try and keep it going as well. looking to rain absolute terror against this side, and they make it work. Brolan, though, with a double kill at the end. A triple in total. Very effective round from Fnatic. Windigo not really much to put up a fight with. Luckily enough, they've been able to bolster that economy to get a rebuy out. Poison finally back on the AWP. Are we going to see some impact with it?
Tactical pause coming from Windigo, though. Essentially talking about what can we do to change things. Because right now, JW has been running havoc, really, in Team A. He's able to do whatever he wants in there. I was wondering when will the CT aggression come from Windigo, because that was a big element of their Mirage CT side. They were being so aggressive and using the teamwork that they know they have behind it, working as a complete unit. However, this map, they've not been able to do that quite yet. They've just had struggles with it. Potentially some team main aggression might be the answer. But if you're Fnatic, you'll be thinking they must be talking about something to try and dissuade the players on the side of Fnatic. So it might be either JW or Twist would be the usual person they aggress towards. So that's either Ivy or towards team main. JW going for that straight pick again. Malta will stop him from peeking, but it doesn't really do too much. He's still being right behind the fire. Here comes the aggression, double lane into main. He misses, and they actually get the kill as well. Malta comes in. They can actually push this last player in there as well. Brolan caught out completely.
Ooh. Bubble and Blocker going to get killer piece. Poison as well with the adjustment. Eliminates Twist. It's just on Crims now, and a 1 versus 4. It's a whole lot better from Windigo into this round.
Oh no.
Ooh.
He doesn't know. That is an awkward scene shown there. Ships, he's backing in, but Crims will not actually know that the player is there.
Neither of them getting any information at all right now.
Does hear that movement though. It's free kill. That is the alert though to the CTs. He was towards CT spawn. But the bomb is down, you know, towards T spawn anyway, so it's quite a long distance for him to travel. They're currently holding on to 2 AWPs as well. So that's probably the big one for Windigo. If they keep the double AWP in, they're probably thinking we can build from this. However, the more they lose in terms of actual value, the worse it is.
Crims slowly making this play around. Remember, he has to recover the bomb here. 25 seconds. He does not have it on his possession. As he will try and push out. 17 seconds on the clock. Time ticks away. You can essentially see this round is over. He goes down as well.
Wasn't he? He was, that crosshair placement was really nice in the gap. But that round lost doesn't mean too much to the Fnatic side. It's just simply another opportunity for them to reset Windigo. The double AWP I mentioned, one will be going to ships. He's had some issues holding that B site. So to see him picking up the AWP, you've got to be thinking he goes for that B upper spawn, which he does have here. So the last time we saw a player go for this B upper spawn, it was Poison with the scout. And he did actually land a shot towards Crims, who is the man going towards it again this time. Flash is lower. However, will he expect this peek through the fire? Just actually go through it. Fortunate for ships as well, he didn't actually go through it. Crims simply threw the Molotov and then backed away. But does get the kill towards ladder though. It's another entry kill for Fnatic.
Spam coming down towards mid, attempting to connect onto someone. No frag found just yet. Ships with a backstab going around. Looks to try and get the early pick. Sees the elbow bend, but won't actually be able to land it. However, Poison has the right idea with that level of aggression. Peeks out. Eliminates JW. Hold strong for the push to be coming towards him as well. They are left at a 4-on-4 with 50 seconds on the clock. And the bomb still lurks by Ivy.
I think they'll be hoping that Crims can sell a fake towards this B site. If he's able to get the kill or disrupt Ships' position, will really be good for them. However, if they actually execute towards outside before Crims has an effect, it could be bad news for Fnatic.
Ooh. Poison. Quick turn of the flashbang, and the flick of the wrist to eliminate the first man, but Twist has other ideas in mind. As the aggression's out now. 35 and 45 HP between the two players that are alive. Oh, the drop down from Crims does not work well. 8 seconds on the clock. They could play with their food here and try and get a kill after time, but instead Victor will be able to rip his head clean off. They win that round. They save 2 AWPs as well. One on Victor, one on Ships. You can drop that over to Poison. It's the first time we're actually really going to see an effective double AWP setup on the CT side, potentially, here.
Yeah, using them well in terms of actual map control. Obviously, I mentioned Ships. He was having issues towards B. He did take it towards upper. Wasn't quite successful with the peak itself, but he did cause enough map control that they didn't need to rotate someone off as well. Roland takes a lot of damage for that movement. I think Poison did see him as well, which is why I think he's going on the train, but he gets taken by JW. Very nice cover. The synergy between both JW and Brolan so far, this T-main default that they have been going with, it's been working out really well for them. Now Bubble trying to force the issue. He only gets tagged through the ward. The flash actually hits Brolan.
Oh, tags the kill still. Bubble finds that frag, eliminates Brolan. Twist will trade it back. And it is a 3 versus 3 now. 1 minute and 14 seconds left on the clock. As they do just hold their own. Time going to start to tick through.
Windigo have made the bold call to put all 3 players towards this outside part of the map. However, based on the movement we see here, Exist and Crims both going towards the inner bomb site. It looks like Windigo might have to be thinking about a B retake here. 40 seconds on the clock, the bomb will arrive soon. They've actually just walked into B as well, they've not even used grenades. They're clearing out the close angles, the Molotov will come towards the... Players are arriving now though, but the bomb still needs to go down the ramp.
And that's not going to restrict vision enough. The Molotov there doesn't do anything to deny Ships' play. Blocker with a headshot onto Exist as well, and control should be back in favour of Windigo, but Crims nearly saves it. But Ships will land a headshot, blow him to bits, leave him lifeless on the ground, and the 7th round goes the way of Windigo. This is shaping up to be a 7-8 half here, really. I mean, it's so close, Ben.
The awkward bit is for Fnatic, right? That was the closest round that Windigo won in the past 4 or so. Yeah. With 1 player alive. However, Fnatic, you can see their money. You're on round 14 now. Technically, you want to eco it so you get a good buy in the last round, which is what they're doing now, but a part of you wants to think they could have chased the economy here. Instead, they're going to go towards that B bomb site thinking, Ships, he did have an AWP. We may be able to just execute upon him, take that site very easily. Flash towards logos and they're just bursting straight down. They're playing retake, but it's just so far back.
Oh, they run straight in. They're trying to pick up these kills. Poison with 1. Brolan adjusts with the CZ as he will be able to take down Ships, but it's not looking too tidy at all for Fnatic, Ben. As Windigo, they start to flood back in towards the site, and they look to try and lock it down. Brolan with the CZ is taken out, eliminated by the M4 of Bubble. And Blocker, is he going to be blocked in this play? They should see him first, which they will, but he still flicks around. And in the meantime, Poison had taken down Exist. And that will be the 8th round picked up for Windigo now. The only question left is, will it be a 9-6 or an 8-7?
Yeah, Windigo, good recovery into this half. If you think about what the situation was, part of me was thinking, have they potentially let this game slip on that CT side? However, the recovery, 2 pauses used, and used quite well by the looks of things. You know, we're looking at, as you said, potentially 9-6. JW hoping to change that though, picks up the AWP again. This time going towards Ivy, so this might be, actually no, straight towards the A smokes. So they're doing the same sandwich smoke and Evox smoke. But then JW is adding another one to the fold right there. So here comes some more smokes. That's a good kill to find towards B though, that's Crims. He's always towards that B site. And Windigo, they're getting ready to actually fight outside, but the players have gone right through it.
Oh, they're bounding their way in. Victor and Bubble just punishing them. JW's the only one that remains. It's a 1 versus 5, and Victor will deal with him. So a 9-6 was the correct guess, and that is going to be Windigo with the advantage over the Swedes here on train. Windigo, they won the first map. It was a bit of a slow start. This one very back and forth. An entirely different kettle of fish there, really, to what we saw on Mirage, but is it going to carry on like this, or will one team start to get a bit more dominant? Fnatic on the CT side plays into JW and twists prowess with the AWP. This might actually be one of the first times we see them efficiently use a double AWP setup as well, because really it's kind of been picking and choosing who wants to wield it.
Yeah, it was one of the weird things about this lineup, wasn't it? Like, on Mirage, for example, we saw Ships occasionally pick up, but not too much, right?
Yeah.
It was mostly Poison, and then Bubble on occasion, but Bubble now picking up sometimes on train as well. So it's an interesting thing. They've got a bit of a dynamic going on at least. But I'm wondering how Fnatic will do on the CTS side, because remember last time we mentioned it, they have people switching positions. So at first it was Brolan towards B, then it was Crims. I imagine it'll stay with Crims though. He's stereotypically your Bianca on most maps. You can trust him to get a kill at the very least, if not more. However, the question is, will that be the same, or will they be able to hold outside to the effect that they want to? They've got 10 rounds to win to actually take this in regulation at the very least. Windigo only need the 7. Thinking about it, that would be the full 6 points as well if Windigo were to take this as well. Full 6 points against a team like Fnatic. A potential rival when it comes to the actual relegation battle too.
This is really down to the wire between these two sides. Match is going to go live though for the second and final half here of our second day of Pro League this week. Order of the day appears to be full armor, apart from Exist, who is going to go for smoking kit. A bit more normality from Fnatic there with that round.
As long as Exist does use the smoke correctly this time,
that would be
well.
ideal.
Yeah, that would be the main ask, I think. Bubble on the other side of things gives a P250 to Poison, and also grabs himself a smoke and a flash. Looks like B will be the play though. 2 players from Fnatic actually there. They're playing retake towards B. They Exist, the man with the kit, is on that site as well. This will be the Z smoke being done by Bubble as well. They're doing it from an angle where you can't see it come in until it's about to land and bloom. So that smoke will come through any second now. Goes all the way through. However, it started off poorly. Victor already dying before the smokes have even bloomed, or even the flash is out. So it looks like they'll probably be able to get a plant down, that's for sure. But beyond that, it's a bit of a throw in the air, I think. Blocker, he's the only man who's actually got information towards this back alley area. And he's winning all the fights until now.
Ooh, headshots coming out there from Twist as he'll be peeling people's scalps back. It does just fall now into the 2 versus 3 here. Bubble waiting for the push to come towards him. A little bit of a cheeky tag coming out. Finds the headshot, ships assists as well. This is not a good start for Fnatic, but it gets better towards the end of our story as Crims kills 1 man, has a kit, jumps on the bomb, taps it with a backstab from Ships. Timed perfectly as they'll push out with the Glock and have a tremendous play. That is the second half pistol round going the way of Windigo, as they can now start to build a buffer here.
Yeah, Blocker, probably the man of the round there, I feel. Pushes all the way, gets that first kill into Brolan, who rotated in. And from there, he held them towards Z for a good 10 seconds there. That's a valuable amount of time on the bomb plant, too. Does very well. Bubble, too, getting 2 kills on that site. Ships, already starting off strong. This was actually a force by Fnatic, too. Brolan does get a kill despite being very low. But it does get a bit scary, though, when you're fighting outside like this. There's a lot of damage being done. Molotov will push Crims out a bit. And Exist, the last one like already been dinked. That was a Fnatic buy round. Like, we've not seen many teams actually force into that second round until now. And ultimately, the round went, it was pretty much lost from the first 15 seconds, it felt like. Like, Ships got that first kill, and then from there it was complete havoc. And this buy from JW, I'm not too sure about it. P250, armor, and a kit. It looks like he's going to be the one challenged, unless they're actually doing the same strat again. 4 down ladder. Still getting casualties. Crims buying dualies. These buys are very odd.
This is rather wacky. JW left in a 1 versus 3. Drops down the ladder and meets his maker in Ships there. That'll be a 12-6 scoreline now. Just powerhousing their way through them. Double up setup comes out. Twist and JW. This is what we were talking about and expecting to see. But you can see the discrepancy there, Ben. They are the 2 players without armor. It is a heavy risk to run.
Yeah, that's primarily because of JW's buy last round. He got head armor, kit, and a P250. while the rest of his team did not purchase anything. He could have been on an AWP with armor here. Exist did take the hit though by dropping him in the AWP, so you can see the lack of grenades that he has available to him. And we're now seeing Exist on the B-bomb site. So we've seen 3 different games from Fnatic on this map, and 3 different B players. Very, very weird. And it looks like Windigo might be the ones challenging the B setup. Twist is here with an AWP as well. There will be a quick rotate from Broland too. So when this execute does come in, they need to actually get the kills on the site as soon as possible and then cover the back. Because it might be a double actually, by looks of things. Ships has already got one of them, but he actually dies to Crims as well. It's a 2v3, 2 AWPs in play. Crims was originally coming from behind. However, Poison should have heard the movement. However, it doesn't look like he did. But we're trying to get some information towards this backtrack over here. He should be able to catch off Twist if he keeps moving forward. The noise will come from above him. He knows this play towards upper as well.
Spots it out then, gets the kill. Twist is gone. Should receive the second as well. Krim, Spider-Manning between the 2 trains, will be eliminated there by Bubble. 13-6 is the scoreline. No cash for Fnatic, as they'll be frustrated. It was such a large investment as well. It's a big gamble. JW goes for the Max 7 buy. Bit of a classic for him.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more of this sort of thing. So JW's buying similar to how Smooyo is doing.
Yes.
In the sense that he'll expend about $2,000 minimum into a round where everybody else is not really buying fully into it. And then a player like Exist, for example, will take the hit, drop down to the AWP, and then have just armor and whatever gun JW can give them. So JW, this Mag 7, hoping to get something done, but that's a good start from Crims at the very least. A kill in team main there. Grenade actually does more because he ran into it.
Yeah. If he'd have stayed where he was, he would have been okay. Crims trapped on a Molotov, has to just sit over on the forklift, but he is going to be dead. Exist in the meantime has actually got 2 kills with his CZ and scavenged an AK. So this round isn't completely over for Fnatic. However, the players coming out towards the B site Exist. Gamble.
He actually got seen as well. Bubble spotted him running all the way around. The bomb will go down. Twist will know damn well it's not the A-bomb site. And Exist has to jump up and straight to his demise. Yeah,
peeks up. Done for. Twist spams a shot in the smoke as well, so he's already going to be alerted to where his position was. Poison with a free K into that round, Bubble with a final killing blow as well. But this is going very nicely for Windigo to actually get a 2-0 here, Ben, and walk away with a full 6 points. That's how it looks like it's going to go.
JW back on the Mag 7. I was going to say, I got to assume he does swap with one of the players, but Crims is now keeping the AWP himself. Crims on an AWP is another one. It's like when Zantares bought the AWP earlier on a train. You don't normally see them pick it up, and you've got to assume things are quite dire when that happens. However, Twist with the other one does get the opening kill. Looking a lot better for Fnatic here. Crims and JW have actually got the setup at Ivy where he's at the server box with the Mag 7, and obviously the cover from the AWP is meant to be there. In fact, he's going to go aggressive here. Don't think it's in one-shot territory for the Mag 7. Headshot only does 47 damage, in fact. So that's actually a play that probably wasn't needed, if I'm honest. It was already a man advantage for them. Instead, they risk it. And Bubble actually grabs... Was that another smoke, perhaps? It might well have been. Actually, the HE grenade. As indicated right there by Jake.
Shout out to Jake and Score120 on Twitter.
Looks like B will be the call for Windigo there. 3 of them heading towards it. Bubble will be lurking out towards Ivy. He's actually going to go straight for the jump, but I'm not sure if Crims will have seen that. Definitely couldn't have. That angle is too thin. They should wait for Bubble here. If he's able to get the backline here, as soon as he gets contact from Resist, or better, gets the kill, they should be able to get into B for free.
Ooh, Exists with the first. Eliminates Bubble. And now here comes the push, Ben. Slowly, but they make their move. Ships with the elimination onto Twist. Vixter delves down towards the site. Exist has an inkling as to what's going on. You can hear them. Can he actually be useful into the round from this angle? Spots them out, but didn't pull the trigger just yet. Tries to just encroach ever so slightly further. Gets 1 and 2. Huge play from Exist as the IGL There's a whole lot of damage. It peeks out as well with a surprise shot. A 4K for existence of the round.
No, the AWP is gone.
Oh, it's stuck.
They do find a different one on the site though, apparently. Thankful that there was, in fact, 3 in play on that round. So that round purely won due to exist, right? He makes the correct play, goes to CT, finds the kill into bubble, and from there he makes that extensive play where he, even though he knew those players beneath him, he knew there's no point in me trying to pull the trigger. I'll hold on a sec. I'll see if I can get further along. Gets the triple kill towards the end of the round. He's the only player that's actually positive right now for Fnatic. 19 kills.
So Crimson's on the max 7. What is he actually going to get up to with this? Just play close underneath pop here, try and do something a bit cheeky. Early nade launched out.
Ooh, the nade actually doing damage to Brolin and Twist there. So quite a nice early nade from Bubble, I believe.
If anyone aggresses down Pop Dog, Crims does have a good weapon to deal with them. It doesn't seem like they really will be challenging. Most of them just going to make their move over towards the B site. Should be hearing a little bit of a ruckus. Bubble as well sets up to dash the nade out through the window. And they'll go for this execution in towards B.
The scare is Bubble is the man doing that smoke towards Z. He's also the guy who has the bomb. He's closest to Crims right now. If Crims swings up the ladder as soon as the smokes start getting pulled, it could be bad news for him. The execute will come in there. Crims trying to delay it, and Twist, he stayed up there for so long. He's run through so many Molotovs here. Windigo do trade it up though, 4v4, and that flash is beautiful. Make it a 2v4 now. Ships and Bubble all alone.
Oh, Ships with a sideline strike gets 2. Incredible impact into the round. The last remaining CTs are in awful positions as well to save the day, but Brolin tries to make it work. Bludgeons the first man and the second. Brolin gonna save it. As they'll be able to get this defuse and save the weapons they actually want as well. They've got tons of time to roam around and scavenge everything they need, which will be the double AWP. As Fnatic get themselves to an 8th round now.
We might see attack from Windigo here.
It's probably about time.
Yep. Wizardry. Pause comes through. Yeah, 2 rounds that were relatively close from Windigo, but they got me thinking, how did we not win them though? Like, what do we need to do extra just to guarantee the win? 14-8, it's not time yet to panic for them. Strong lead, still 6-round separation. You can see, you're talking about the buy though. The AWP has already been thrown forward, so it will be a buy from Windigo. The question is, what will they do with the buy that they have? You can see the man in the middle actually turning left to right, talking to his teammates.
Yeah.
In the game and through whatever voice communications service they do use.
Other brands of VoIP are available.
Yeah, of course. I reckon they're using game.
Me too. Well, 14-8 scoreline then. Can Windigo start to get themselves into a fantastic position here? It's a nice boost, but Twist was ready.
Wasn't he? Wow. I mean, that smoke was quite unusual anyway. I feel like that was a dead giveaway. Like, the fact you've smoked teammate yourself is an instant question mark.
And it's not like they've ever done that before.
Yeah. It's an instant, like, what are they doing? Ah, I see. And then just take them down, 3 easy kill. JW does get Molotovs off his angle. How long is he willing to wait? You're in a 50 damage straight up without even seeing an opponent. So with them changing the player on B to exist, it does basically guarantee that Twist has then changed to be the personal assistant for exist on this site, apparently. Because it seems like they've been playing 2B most rounds.
He's his PO.
It looks like Windigo, they're going to go head to that same site again. Ooh, bro, he definitely saw something then. However, it's all well good seeing a slight shadow above the ladder. There's not much you can do about it. Other than say, I just saw someone above there. Bubble selling this fake towards Ivy again. Exist though, he's doing really well towards this site. Victor trades it out, but Twist is already down. Victor actually gets the kill on him, it's 2v2. The plant is not good for Bubble though. He needs to get in this site as soon as possible.
Gets it down. Goes down to Crims though, and it's all up to Bubble now coming from behind. Crims suspects it, sees him, but misses the initial shot. They're on the bomb then. As you said, it's a matter of do or die. He needs to push, and there is no time. Fnatic have won the round. Just hide, stay alive with the AWP. Ooh.
So while he does grab the AWP, I guess it's better than nothing, right?
Yeah.
You know, at least they lost the round fine. They at least made it costly for Fnatic. You can see the effect there on the actual side of them. They only have the one AWP now. Crim's resorting to an MP5. Even though they've been winning some of these rounds, Fnatic, they have been close. And because of that, Windigo, they force straight back at them. Not going for the ridiculous boost though, but you can see the aggression's going to come in. Brolan, he was thinking about the deep Molotov. They actually go against it though. Bit of a slow round from Windigo. Willing to actually go for more of a split and pick situation, but looks like A will be the call. 2 players towards Ivy, 2 in T main. But they've got 2 players outside close to deal with. Flash will come in to try and keep them on their feet at least. But this is one of the rare rounds where we see Fnatic actually playing 4 towards the outside and Twist. Getting more impact with that AWP again.
Ooh. It's a bit lost that time.
Yeah, that round has gone completely in the space of what, 5 seconds?
Yeah, that was just done with. Even on the push, it just seemed like the confidence was sapped out of them. Poison, they're pushing him, they know where he is, and this is the worst case scenario as well, trying to save towards Ivy like this. He gets one frag, he has to just keep flicking around, takes the aggression, and will go down.
Will they reach the AWP though? No, they will not. I was running a situation where their Poison might have been better off just throwing the AWP over the wall just to guarantee it, right? Yeah. But alas, they killed them from so far away, it does not even matter. Windigo, it's 14-10 still. They are going to go with a half buy. But at some point, this Fnatic defense, you got to be thinking it must crack, right? Because they've been getting rounds that were quite close. Like, they're barely scraping by so far. Oh, that hit. Actually landed on the bin there. That's an easy kill for GW.
Ooh, it doesn't get the second though. Ships with the CZ, yeah, very effective. Going to be able to push out. Actually trades it back for the Deagle instead. The AWP's choice.
Very wise choice though, isn't it? Think about it, 4 HP, you're not going to get a chance to go for that firefight, are you?
No.
You might as well try and see if you can get the shoulder peek. So while this is a 4v4, I can't help but think that the outside defense will be able to hold them down quite easily. Obviously Twist holding this angle here. Crim's towards the actual Z. Brolan should be able to cover Ivy if it were to be pushed, but we can see that there is nobody going there. Twist starting off. That was the low player in ships though. Here comes the burst.
Blocker gets the headshot on Crims. Brolan going to be able to trade it back with the AK though. There are only 2 remaining terrorist players left on the side of Windigo. Blocker is in a prime time position behind them, gets the burst. Oh, if you could have got the second shot off, it would have been huge, Ben. But he is done for, goes down. Fnatic an 11th round now accumulated, but Windigo finally have money in the bank.
Think about how close that round was, even when they just barely invested much into it. Fnatic, they're having to talk about a bite every single time they win around here. Double up is back. But you can see, though, if they lose the round, the money is completely gone anyway. Windigo just need to get that 1 round win. That's all they need at this rate. And this is different, though. They're actually going for 5 players towards the same area of the map. But this is the round where Twist is actually going for the AWP peak. He does get Molotov'd off. Exist is still towards that B site. Twist stays as well. The last time we saw Twist holding this upper angle, he got a free kill and stayed alive for quite a while. As long as the smoke is effective and the flash is too, shouldn't really be possible for him to get much done.
Smoke goes across. Twist pulls the trigger, but no one will go down. Molotov will also block off his position and force him to reposition. He's burning in the fire as well. That's actually Exist that was going down. We'll get 1 kill, but he's been traded back. Twist goes and Blocker with a huge play into the round. The impact he's had is absolutely massive. Surely this is how they get themselves to the 15th. Brolan had other ideas, but he has been thrashed and tossed asunder. It just comes down now to 1 man in Crims. Will perform with the M4. He still has a lot more to do, Ben.
Walker bit is, he thinks he smoked towards the bomb, but the plant is way to the side. He has to make a move. 20 seconds left, needs to find both kills really. Did pick up another smoke though, and he hasn't realised the bomb is not planted there. He's going to try and tap the bomb, it's not even there.
He realises where the bomb is, but it's now dead next to it.
He even saw it when he peeked that left side of bomb train.
Yeah.
That's very bizarre.
Look at the cash as well, Ben. That's it. I mean, it's the straw that broke the camel's back, really.
Yeah, it was, as I said, Windigo, they just needed to win that one round. Because all the previous rounds, they've been so close. Even though they were losing them, Fnatic were never able to get that full 100% buy-in. And look at it now, as you said, the cash. Mag 7 on Crims. UMP on both Broil and Exist. It's bare bones. In terms of damage, though, not doing too badly. Player does get run boosted across. I believe JW is saying that that did occur. And he actually goes for the kill. The trade is not even there.
Ooh.
But it is when he goes for the white peak smoke. Unsure on that. If you consider what they've invested, this round is not looking too bad. You've got player on quite low in bubble. Half HP blocker. It's a decent situation.
It's a 4-on-4. They are grouped
Bubble.
up quite heavily towards this site. Want to try and go for the play.
I think he made just about enough noise there for Crims to actually give the call. They're sticking with 2B as well. It's an early kill for Exist, and there's no trade again. Oh, he's going.
Blocker's eliminated himself. Exist gets the counter pick back onto Victor, and Bubble would have to 1v3 the round now with 27 HP, which is not a great position to be in, and Exist will actually save the day. It just seemed a bit weird there from Windigo. I mean, you're in a position where you can actually win this one, but rather than playing it slow and playing it together, they all just go out one by one.
Yeah, very unusual. It was the same at Ali, wasn't it? There was quite a separation between the kill happening and then the attempt at a trade. Right?
Yeah.
Like, Poison even peeked the low ramp without a flash being used or anything. It was just straight up drive, trying to catch a player off guard, I guess.
It's all well and good thinking you're in a position where you can finally win the game and close it down, but overconfidence is definitely the thing that will come back against you, especially when you're playing around like that, where it doesn't even seem like you had the confidence when it came to the crunch, but willing to make some bold calls. Now, cash won't be great for this one either.
Yeah, you can see pistols being bought. It will be a buy, though. Poison, the only player who might not buy, considering he wants to get an orb. If it were to come to it, he'd want to make sure he does have an orb later on in the actual rounds of regulation. Goes for a scout, actually, so they are all invested. If they lose this one, they'll be giving up an eco run, and then they'll have a pretty weak buy for the 30th. So a scout on Twist, though. But the main man Exists, really has been for Fnatic. He's been holding that B bomb site down quite well. They need him to show up once more. That's a lovely nade. Wow. Twist will only know the impact when he gets multiple assists coming into this round, if his teammates are to support it. Execute comes in. Players running straight towards Z, but Exist does not care.
No.
It's a fantastic game.
Yeah, this is huge for Exist. Definitely found his new domain here towards the B site then, but an effective player for them. Ships will go down. Bubble trying to get the cash to at least give them some more firepower going into the last few rounds of this game, but Crims with a max 7 will remove him. Deletes him from existence, and it goes 15 to 13. You can see that the cash still pretty awkward. It is going to really be the call of, do we want to run the risk of playing for overtime here?
Yeah, Windigo, they need to eco this one, that's guarantee it, but they have used up all their pauses now as well. So the call should be quite simple, though. You get 2,400 for losing this round. Just keep yourself with enough money to go for a buy next. Play the round somewhat slow there. Try and get some information across the board. Make them waste money on utility. So Ships had a decent spawn, I believe, for towards that T main sort of area. And the Molotov actually bugged out a bit there. You can see it's stuck under the train. It means that Ships was able to go for that kind of crazy peak, really.
Oh. JW with a double kill. Well played into the round, as he will be able to eliminate both players relatively quickly. This means Windigo, no real shenanigans going to be coming out of them just on the pistol play. It will be quickly cleaned up by Fnatic here. The last player should go down. Should be poisoned in a matter of seconds. I mean, they know he's there. They're just firing towards him. Gets the kill before he dies. So
Whoa.
That's all right. That's not too bad. A little bit more cash to play with now. Do or die, though, for Windigo. This is the position where you either win the game or they will be going into overtime here for our last map of the day.
Yes, we see Poison going for the rifle. Doesn't want the AWP. Bubble doing the same now as well. This is it, crunch time, 5 AKs. The double AWP on the side of Fnatic. Twist going towards B with his AWP. The last time he went towards there, actually went for the lower pick. He did get a kill. However, nobody really challenging at the bubble. Very wary, he doesn't even land the first shot either, but he uses his Molotov in a straight panic, really. So a lot of grenades being used by Fnatic in this early stage of the round as well. 1 minute 20 still left. Twist going for that same nade. Unfortunately, nobody there this time. We can see Windigo, they're going to resort to that A side of the map, and fortunately for them, Fnatic are playing quite far back on the outside. Playing much more restrictive. 2 towards Ivy, 1 on the bomb train. If the smokes were to come through, Fnatic might need to play retake. Ooh, those are some interesting smokes actually. They've landed one on X as well. This is to push all the way towards the back bomb. This is a different set of smokes, never seen this one before.
Ooh. It's going well so far. They've saved this for the last round as they knew it would be quite useful for them, and the majority of frags are being picked up, but they're also denting the other players. Twist and JW brought down to 71 and 42 HP. Respectively, as the push comes around, Crims eliminates Blocker, but Poison trades it back. They know the location of these CTs, but can they actually get the drop on the Victor? Spots out the gun, but didn't realize there was another player there. It's a 3 versus 2 pen. Poison needs to go big from the stop sign. Huge tag, and the frag ships to end the existence of existence. And Fnatic will fade away. Windigo, they take both maps, they win the series. And that is a full 6 points taken by the Bulgarians.
Yeah, you wouldn't have predicted that at the start of the week, would you? Considering, well, we first thought Windigo, they wouldn't expect this much of an improvement from them. Fnatic, on the other hand, still looking a bit questionable at times, but that last round execute, I've never seen that set of smokes.
That was a
it's different,
save,
isn't it?
Yeah, that they've clutched onto
Fell
that.
off the back green train on X, right side bomb. You get to push all the way towards the back bomb sub area, and you can see the control of the map was, separated, right? It's different, and I'm glad they did wait until the 30th round for it, because apparently they used it at the correct time. Because Fnatic were not playing close; they played close all game so far. Beautifully done.
Yeah, it was really smart, and that was the fact that Fnatic actually had nothing they could really do against it as well. Caught in a little bit of a shock and awe style moment, trying to actually work out what was even going on there. A very, very close game in this one though. Super back and forth, even down to the enemy. The full 30 rounds playing out doesn't get much closer than that.
Yeah, well, just compared to that Mirage map we saw, Windigo could have probably won that by even more.
Yes.
This map, you could see, it was quite a battle, right? We had some big plays from some of the Fnatic players, mainly Exist, weirdly. He was the 3rd player we've seen in B for Fnatic on this map. And he actually delivered. The previous players, Crim's normally quite good at it. Broland, he wasn't really having a chance. But when, push came to shove, Exist was there to actually deal damage. Like, he had various clips like this, 3Ks, sometimes turning it into 4. But Windigo, that's a really good 6 points to pick up, though. This is a team that are probably going to be in the relegation battle as well.
And that's what's crazy. Because, if you think about, historic figures that have dropped out, Envy are gone, VP are gone, Fnatic, if they're the next team to actually be relegated out of Pro League, that's an organization with so much prestige in CSGO. And really, at one point with the top dogs for so many years in a row, countless majors, countless runs in Pro League, if they're finally knocked out, it'd be quite a horrific end to a bit of a wobbly year for them.
Yeah, it's just thinking about how the roster issues started with them. Like, they were quite, annoyed at the major and everything. They felt like they had a toxic teammate in terms of, Draken. Flusher then leaves to Cloud9. And then from there they're thinking, okay, this is a fresh start. At least, you're finding new players with them. But even now, they're still feeling a bit, not even shaky. It just doesn't feel like it's there.
No, it just doesn't really look like a team. A bit of a husk of the former players. JW and Twist really sort of trying to step up at times. Everyone having individual performances, but no one really holding hands and keeping it together. Let's have a look at the results for the day across the board, though. And it is going to be the 16-7 and 16-6 there for North. They opened it up with a very one-sided few games versus Space Soldiers. Then again, to keep it going, it was a split series as Mouse Sports took cash, but Inferno was actually a win for the Polish side.
Yeah, if we saw that first map, we were starting to think, will Mouse be able to just take the second map in that series very easily, but instead, AGO, that very nice reset from them, a really solid T side, and then we just saw Windigo getting the 2-0 of Fnatic across that, 6 points though, that's crazy. As well as that, on the A stream you can see Na'Vi actually dropped the map to Hellraisers, which is another team who are trying to push into that playoff sort of situation. The fact that they've dropped a map as well in regulation to another team that they probably shouldn't,
yeah,
it kind of shows that they're a bit shaky at times. Maybe, not complacent, but feeling a bit confident that they've already qualified, maybe, right?
Potentially so, right? Because it doesn't really matter. They're not physically going to be able to drop down out of the list.
Yeah.
It's been confirmed that them and Astralis are going to the event. The worrying fact is, though, is this Na'Vi being a little bit overworked. It seems like a lot of the games they've been playing, they've really been quite flustered and, you know, forced to quickly have a turnaround between event or league games. So a bit worrying. But that is our day wrapped up. All games have been played out. Any final thoughts on day 2, Ben?
Yeah, one thing we saw there was actually FaZe losing 2-0 to NIP as well. That's another, you know, situation. We always saw Nikon complaining about it. So to add 2 losses to it, they're actually in a horrible position now. They've only got 2 maps left. And, you know, we mentioned Space Soldiers potentially being able to catch up.
Yeah.
If they had won earlier, FaZe might be looking at not even going to the finals.
Yeah, that could be really worrying. That is a scary team, and a lot of fans would be quite sour if we did not see FaZe at the finals. We will see you guys at the finals, and we will also see you tomorrow as we are done for the day. We'll be back same time, same place for some more CS action tomorrow night.